Hey, what's going on? I'm in Pattaya the day after the calm after the storm. Yesterday was the big Songkran day. I rolled into town. I had no idea Songkran ended last Monday in Bangkok, but apparently here it went another Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday was the huge day. Saturday, things are calm. I mean, the streets are covered in paste and that kind of thing, but I think they actually had Beach Road closed last night. I didn't venture down, or I left the camera behind. It was just a soak fest. And here is, I guess this is the bay of Pattaya in the Gulf of Thailand. I'm not sure. Different party tents. And they did a nice job with these pavers. The last time I was here a couple of months ago, they were still working on this boardwalk area. It's really come together. Still cleaning up. It's early. It's about 12 noon. Well, this place will start to come to life. 1 in the afternoon until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Straight ahead is the Hilton. That's your large landmark. And you'll find the, what is it, Central Festival Mall or Central Pattaya Mall. Movie theaters, food court. There's the 24-hour Burger King. Lisa on the beach. Poppy 2, I believe that's soy 8. I had kind of the worst grab ride I've ever had in my life. I took the bus into town and for whatever reason ordered up a grab car. I had a case. I'm traveling for a little bit and I didn't really feel like dealing with a motorbike and getting my computers soaked. So we came up, I asked her to take Songkran and she didn't. She headed over here towards Beach Road. A little cleaning going on here. We headed over towards Beach Road and she came up soy 8 and was just getting upset. I'm not sure why she came this way. Yeah, cleaning all the Songkran disaster. Yeah, so there's soy 8. I don't know how she even, it was a big SUV and I mean, people were just everywhere. It was like Las Vegas at New Year's Eve, but she's driving up soy 8, just honking at everybody. Then we came here on the Beach Road, came down to the police station, and the police said, what are you doing? Take a left. And she couldn't go down the way anymore. I don't know what she was thinking, heading down Beach Road on probably the most popular day. You got to be careful. Everybody knows of the big jet ski scams. They're not really that prevalent. Your best bet is to talk to your local bartender or the person at the hotel, because yeah, you can rent one of these here or in Phuket, and when you come back they'll push in a soft spot and say you damaged it and on and on. It's not that common, but it does happen. So you're better off renting through the hotel or somebody you know, somebody's brother-in-law, that kind of thing. It's Central Pattaya Mall. I keep thinking Central Festival, but that's maybe Bangkok. And then they have the new Terminal 21 down the way. Again, it's still pretty quiet at noon. Everybody was partying on that last day of Songkran. I don't even know. I get probably the 19th. Because here it says they had all this music on the 19th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was yesterday. So even the police truck didn't go unscathed. Getting around the streets yesterday, it was crazy. It was a good time. And that's the police station right near the mall. If you have any trouble in a bar, don't get in an argument. Just come over here to the police station. They have tourist police. They're more volunteers. They speak English. They work as a liaison between the police and you. If you happen to speak English, there's probably some other languages they speak. But do not get in an argument in a bar if you think you were overcharged, or don't get in an argument with another customer. It's just not worth it. The Thai people, they don't put up with that, and if you get out of hand, you might end up in jail. Now, there's not too many rules down here in Pattaya, but don't buy, don't sell, don't set off fireworks. And my grab car, she made it as far as this Hilton, and then I had to walk from here down to Soy Bacau. I always stay at the Holiday Inn, well, oftentimes the Holiday Inn Express down Soy Bacau. So if you know where we are at here, maybe 2 kilometers, maybe a little less, but running the gauntlet of buckets of water, dragging my bag with the laptops and all. Yeah, it was not what I wanted to do. Even the bot buses were not safe. Bus would come by and they'd just get buckets of water. And there's the Pattaya City sign. Off in the distance, you'll find the Bali High Pier. Right under that, you can run out to, what is the local island, Koh Larn, or the different dinner cruises. Those three big white towers off to the right, that's down Prakannak Hills way. There's no way really, you have to kind of go over here to get there. There's no way along the coast that I know of. But that's a real nice little area, and it's nice to see a hill in Thailand. It's pretty flat country. But you go over there, Prakannak, and then you're not far from Jamtien. This is kind of a cool hotel right on the beach, the Wave Hotel. It's kind of set up Art Deco style. And in the evening, they have a pretty popular bar over here, the Cadillac. And this is looking down the way, Soi 10, off of Beach Road. No shortage of souvenir shops. My scuba shop, Paddy Dive Center. There used to be a 7-Eleven right here, but looks like they're doing a little work outside. Yeah, great place to dive. I actually got my advanced open water out of that shop, and we met here. One time we went out of Bali Pier, not Koh Larn, but some local islands, and then another time we went quite a ways down near Rayong and went out to some shipwrecks. But I forget what the lady's name is. I see her inside the shop there. She's the dive master and owner of the shop. Real nice lady. And if you do want to dive down here in Pattaya, this Natural Beach Hotel, it's about 50 feet away from the dive shop. It's okay. I've stayed there a couple of times. No complaints. But I take it back. The Nautical Inn is where I stayed. The Natural Beach is right next door to the dive shop, and then the Nautical Inn is another 20 feet away. It's a nice place to stay. I don't remember this little beer garden, but everything's changing. So a little pit stop, 12:30 here at the 5-Star Bar. Watch a little city traffic, or what do you call it, people watching. Good little bar. I think I am going to have a San Miguel Light, but that's just to keep hydrated. Nice little bar. I think I've spent some time in here before. And there go the big tour buses. A lot of Chinese tourists come in from Bangkok, and they take them in a Chinese-owned bus down to a Chinese-owned hotel, to a Chinese-owned, what are these boats? Floating restaurants. They're a pretty well-oiled machine. A lot of people like to make fun of the different tourists walking up and down Walking Street, following the flag. I have no problem with it. The more tourism, the better. Thailand, I think Bangkok is oftentimes the #1 visited city in the world. Kind of bounces back and forth between Bangkok and London. But the more tourism, the better. I'm not one of these guys that, hey, I've lived here 2 whole years. I hate seeing these tourists and all. Hey, the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. So get on over here. Check this place out, and you might be one of us converts and end up finding a way to move over here. Not a bad place to live. And these are the bot buses going by. If you're unfamiliar with Pattaya, just jump in the back of that bus. Don't talk to the driver. Just hit the buzzer. They just go in a big, huge, giant loop, so you'll figure out where the main streets are. There's only 4, 5 really. So go up the street, hit the buzzer when you want to get off, hand them 10 baht. If you roll the window down and say, hey, does this bot bus go to Jamtien? He'll say, yes, it does. Get in the back. And by the time you get to Jamtien, you owe the guy 300 baht. So be careful. When you talk to the driver, you're hiring a cab. So good times. Just hanging out, watching the traffic go by, listening to some 80s tunes. And there's a picture of King Rama 9 and his little sailboat. All the different speedboats at anchor. They'll run you out on the parachute, or you can hire a speedboat to run out to Koh Larn Island, or you can just take the regular boat. It's cheap, less than 100 baht. I don't know. I haven't been on that boat in 10 years. It's a little hazy, but off in the distance is Koh Larn. If you don't have time to hit another tropical spot in Thailand, yeah, come to Bangkok, maybe come over here Pattaya, do a little partying, and head out to that island for a day or I think they have hotels out there. I've never stayed out there. I've gone out there for the day. There's a bunch of guys from the UK hanging out in this bar, and I'm eavesdropping on a conversation over my shoulder. I guess these guys are oil or gas workers because they're talking about working 20 days on, having 8 days off. And the one guy said he just did 40 days on, and now he has 16 days off plus a couple of holiday days. So he's taking a 20-day vacation here in Thailand. That's very popular with a lot of single guys. Us from the United States, these guys are all from the UK, but they'll work on the oil rigs and gas rigs in the Middle East. And then I think the company buys them a ticket home or gives them a stipend, something. It's enough for these guys to get over here. So many of them keep an apartment. I know some guys in Bangkok that do that, or I've talked to them. I don't know them personally, but the tavern on Soi 4 or Buddies on Soi 22, any of the Buddies bars, they're kind of oil and gas worker bars. So a lot of those guys, that's a pretty good way to go. Crank out a hard, whatever it is, what would it be? What did I just say? 40 days, I guess? That's hardcore. I didn't know if, I think you do 20 days in a row. I'm not sure. I've heard different things. But let's assume you do 40 straight days of, I'm guessing 10-hour days. That might be worth it to then have almost a month off and hang out in Thailand, recharge the batteries. And as we're kicking back, everybody's walking up, trying to sell watches or different medical products. Here's a young lady selling watches. I just try to be polite to everybody. I mean, she's working hard, and that's her partner there on the motorbike. So they're just going from one bar to another. Yeah, the old fake Rolexes are kind of fun, but not for me. Hey, no, thank you. Yeah, just try to be polite. Other guys kind of shake their hand at them like it's a bit of an annoyance. I don't think that's really called for. They're just trying to make a living. Here's one of the big stages at the Central Pattaya Mall and the Hilton above. I'm heading in there to get a little blast of air conditioning. It's getting pretty brutally hot here at 1 in the afternoon. The new Terminal 21 here is nice, but I really don't stay up that way. I mean, I know you can take the bot bus up there. I'm just walking down the beach. Super simple to come into the older mall. I'm calling it that. It's still pretty nice. I had to make a little side trip into Bananas. You can get all your iPhone and laptop needs, keyboards. Here's a Honor. All kinds of brands. I know Oppo's a big one over here. Realme. But they'll have everything. The name brands, the iPhone, I'm a Samsung Galaxy guy. There's the iPhones. What do we got here? The iPhone 15 Pro Max. 1,358 baht. I'm assuming that's a month with a contract. I don't have my glasses on. Ooh, I see 66,900 baht if you do not do a contract, I assume. 49,000, again, no glasses, 49,900, and I can't read that in Thai. I'm assuming if you do a 12-month contract, it's kind of like how Costco used to run their phones in the US back in the day. It was this price with a 12-month contract, or you can get it for this price with zero contract. They're still kind of doing those contracts over here. And you have to be a little careful. I did that at the AIS store. I signed a contract, but I got maybe 300 bucks off my, whatever it was, $1,400 phone. But I was locked into a pretty expensive 600 baht a month phone deal, and right now I'm on a 200 baht a month, and it's working just fine. So be careful. Saving that 300 bucks might just end up costing you monthly. And here's the new S24. I'm making all these videos on the S22. I'll probably get the S24 when the S25 comes out. This thing is still working perfect. It gets kind of hot when well, any phone's gonna get hot when I'm recording an hour and a half of video out in the Bangkok sun. But for now, it's hanging in there nice. I had the first iPhone and the second, iPhone 2, 4, something like that. But yeah, for now, I'm a Galaxy guy. It just works perfect with my gaming computer and video editing and on and on. And hopefully my laptop's still hanging in there. I got it right when I moved over 2 years ago. I just bought the best gaming laptop I could, which is fine for video editing. Here's the DJ Osmo. I have a couple of GoPros. I forget which, the 10 and the whatever, the 12 maybe. And yeah, I don't use them. The GoPros don't work so great in low light, and I'm always running around at night. Plus, I'm panning a little too fast like this. You get a little bit of flicker with a GoPro. I just find these phones, you put a little video stabilization on and try to pan a little slower like this, and they do everything I need to do. Sounds okay. Now I'm not filming myself or holding the phone too far away, so I'm basically talking straight into the phone, but I get a nice clear sound. So you can find anything you need over here. It's just going to cost a little bit more. I showed you the price of the again, I don't have my glasses on, of the GoPro. What's the most expensive? The Galaxy S24 Ultra, $46,900 with a contract, $62,900 without a contract. So do that math in your home currency. And by contract, again, it's not like in the US where you had to sign up with a contract with T-Mobile, Verizon, etc. Over here, it's that price when you sign up for like an unlimited AIS, DTAC, True. I think they've merged DTAC and True. But when you sign up for a more expensive, unlimited, blah, blah, blah plan, in Thailand, they're still kind of rocking the talk time. In the US, when the cell phones first came out, it was get 200 minutes of talk time. Well, they still do that in Thailand. The plan I'm on right now, I believe, is 120 minutes of talk time, unlimited 5G, unlimited 4G, and so much 5G. I want to say 10 gigs. So everybody just uses their phones on Wi-Fi over here. Every place you walk into, you just switch to O'Shea's bar Wi-Fi, that kind of thing. And when you're home, I'm definitely on my home network of Wi-Fi, and it works out fine. And I'm only paying whatever it is, 200 baht a month. So no complaints. And Line, the different apps that you use for messaging, Line being the main one in Thailand, that's all on internet. So nobody will ever call you on the phone. They'll call you on Line. And I know I'm swimming upstream, not being an iPhone guy. I don't think there's an Apple store here in Pattaya. I know there's two in Bangkok, one at the Central Mall, and I mix up my Central World Mall. It's actually in the parking lot. And the new Icom Siam right on the side of the Chao Phraya River, I believe that has a quote-unquote official Apple store. So if you're an Apple person and you, I don't know, warranty-wise have to go to an Apple store, those are your two choices in Bangkok. This Studio 7, you'll find these all over Bangkok. This is, I'm assuming, yeah, it says a premium partner of Apple. It's all Apple. MacBook Air, the whole store. I also see Marshall speakers, but primarily it's Apple. And I'm not sure how things work as far as warranties. Don't know anything about it, but what's it called? Studio 7? And this is probably the place to come for Apple if you're not close to one of the Apple stores. So just a little peek running around Pattaya on this Saturday afternoon. I appreciate you watching. There'll be more videos to come. I'm based in Bangkok, Thailand, so that's the majority of my videos, but I try to get out and about, dive trips, running all around Thailand and different parts of Southeast Asia, and who knows where I'll end up. So I appreciate you watching. Consider subscribing for more looks. You take it easy.